Can this energy drink from Azam turn positive for HIV? There is a video doing rounds online where someone is testing this and claiming that it gives you cancer. In addition to that, they test it and it turns out to be positive for HIV. Actually have the drink, it's very new, I bought it just a few minutes ago. I also have the kit that you will just buy. This is a home kit, the one that you buy to go and test yourself at home. I also have one from the hospital. I actually decided to come with two, and I also have the sunny water. This one is just for the control. If you can see here, we have 3 tests. So we are going to have one of these, just testing water, just for control, to make sure that there's nothing that we're missing. And for this one, we're going to test it using 2 kits, this one and also one of these. Before we start, let's see the video.
Okay, hii ni full demonstration kwamba vinywaji vingi vya viwandani vinaweza vikachangia mtu kupata saratani mbalimbali. Kumbuka mtu aliye na homa ya ini, wote hutumia ARV kama mgonjwa wa HIV. So tutatumia demonstration kuona kwamba vinywaji vingi vya viwandani ni moja ya chanzo cha saratani kwenye maisha ya watu wengi. Na hii ni very aggressive, very sensitive kwa watu ambao unahitaji kuelewa, zingatia haya. Hii ni energy drink kutoka Azam. This is energy drink. Pia ninalo sindano pamoja na kipimo cha HIV. So nitafungua hivi vitu alafu tufanye demonstration kuangalia kwamba vinywaji hivi vinaweza kureact pamoja na seli zetu na kutengeneza saratani ndani ya miili yetu. Let's watch. Hichi ni kipimo cha HIV na hii hapa ni energy drink ambayo nitaifungua kuweka kidogo. Hii ni kiasi kidogo cha energy drink. Then tutatumia hichi kiasi ili kwa ajili ya kuangalia hizi testing zetu. Let me try to clean here. Asante. So nitatumia kipimo hiki, nitavuta alafu nitaweka testing hapa kwenye HIV ili tuangalie kwamba vinywaji hivi vya viwandani vina baadhi ya component ambazo zinapelekea mtu unavyovitumia mara kwa mara vinaweza vikakupelekea ukapata saratani ambazo ni za muda mrefu. Let's watch. As you can see, hichi ni kiasi kidogo cha juice ambayo nimechukua ya.
Before we even move on, I can't see any relationship between cancer and having HIV.
Nitaweka hapa kwenye kipimo chetu testing kiasi kidogo cha liquid hii ya energy, na utaona kwamba hii energy italiact pamoja na baadhi ya eneo za hii testing yetu ya HIV. Ni kwa sababu moja kwamba ndani ya his energy drink huwa kuna kitu ambacho tunasema zina components ambazo zinaweza kupelekea mtu kupata saratani. For too long uses inaweza ikafanya hiyo hali ikatokea hivyo. So tutawait, nimeweka nyingi sana, but tutasubiri dakika chache tuone nini majibu ya hichi kipimo chetu. Kimeshatengeneza mstari wa kwanza na kimetengeneza mstari wa pili. Maana yake kimetengeneza HIV1 na HIV2. Na bado kitaenda kuonyesha kwenye control, maana yake this person can have yani inaweza ikaonyesha virality ya reactment ndani ya cells za binadamu. Kwa asilimia kubwa kwamba
what does that actually mean?
Nadhani you can see kitatengeneza 3 layers, manake 1 and 2. Manake 1 and 2 kitengeneza 3 lines, manake tunahesabu you have HIV 1 and 2. So I want to try to see the figure out namna gani itakavyotokea pale mwishoni. Just watch. So this is one of the example kwamba vinywaji vingi vya kiwandani vinaweza vikatengeneza mahusiano makubwa kati ya mfumuko wa seli za binadamu kwa simply like this. Hebu imagine damu inaweza ikareact katika mfumo kama huu, lakini pia vile vinywaji ambavyo unakunywa vinaweza vikawa vina components za kuchochea ukawa na tatizo ndani ya mwili wako. Very cheaply na very simple like that.
Having listened to that, let's see if we do the same, it's going to turn out to be positive. I have very specific kits and they are very interesting. Let's see. This is the energy drink from Azam, and then we have the home test kit, and then we have the hospital test kit, which is this one. I have 2 strips. We're going to use both of them. This is just one kit. Just look at what we have here. Focus on the camera to focus so that you get to see that this is not opened. So the seal is still there intact. And we're going to open. In addition to that, I have the sunny water. This is just as a control experiment. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to open the kit. This is the kit. Let's see what else we have inside here. Nothing more. Don't know if you can see, so nothing else. But here we have the buffer. This is what you will use in case you are testing an actual human being. You're going to prick yourself using this lancet, and then you're going to drop it inside the kit. There is a portion for that. And then you use the buffer to chase that blood to go to the control lines. But let's open this test device and see what else we have here. So the other thing that we have here is the actual kit. This is HIV. We have a control and a test and an S. S is for sample. This is where you're going to put our sample. And then for the T, this is where you're going to see whether it's going to turn positive. For the control, which is C, must be there either positive or negative. And we have it there. Then we have this. This is just a dropper. It's going to drop whatever sample we want to drop there. So in addition to that, we have this other kit from the hospital. What you do is usually peel off the wrap. Let me remove everything. Now we have two kits. Actually, can separate them. And take a kit note. This is 19, this is 20. So let me explain everything here. We have the first one, we have the second one, and we have the third one. So these two, we are going to test the energy drink. Yeah, this one. So we're going to see whether it's going to give us a positive. This other one here, just a control, we're going to test water so that we can get something to compare with. So now I have the timer and I'm going to set, this one says how many minutes? Let me see, 20 minutes. This is usually between 15 and 20, so still within the same range. We're going to read them at 15 minutes, and that's what exactly I'm going to set here. This should be 15 minutes, where, yeah, we have 15 minutes there. They are set. We're going to, once I drop everything, we're going to time them off. So we'll start with the energy drink. This is the one. It's actually open. Yeah, that one is familiar. So we're going to put some drops. Too much. So it's ready there. But then let's keep this other one here, which is our Dasani, and we're going to make sure that this thing is not opened. It's actually, I'm sure you can see the seals. And the same thing, we are going to have, so this is Dasani. This is our energy drink. This is just pure water. Okay, not actually pure water. It's just normal water. So what I'm going to do, I'll use this to drop several drops there, several drops here. We're going to actually drop 4 drops per sample. And this one, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to dip, and let me think. Something that we can use to drop some water there, because I don't want to contaminate the whole thing using, because I don't have 2 droppers, I only have this and don't have a syringe. Basically, let's just go ahead. So this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4. The same thing goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 and we have 4. And for this other one here, let's just dip it inside, because the only goal that we have here is to have this water touching that pad. Sure, you can see it's now wet. I'll release it once I get, yeah, it's now moving. So now we wait for a whopping 20 minutes. Now the time is over, so we're going to read, and definitely we can say, okay, first of all, let's get to see the interpretation. Now we have the interpretation for this kit here. It's basically similar. What you're going to find is either it's going to be a negative or a positive or invalid. The same interpretation goes to this one because they have the same principle. Now let's see. Let me bring it closer to the camera. I don't know if you can see. We have a faint line at the test region. So this is the control, this is the test, and then you have the sample here. It's supposed to be this S, meaning that this is an indication of something positive. From the insert, this is an indication of the positive. You can see this one, the second of the positive, the second one is a faint line. You can see it's faint. So in comparison, you can definitely see this one is a faint one. So it's comparing to this one, you can see. So this is a positive. For the kit, I'm going to give you an explanation for that. If you look at our kit here, this is the hospital based. This is for the same Azam drink. The same. What you'll find, or what you're going to see, is this one is invalid, meaning that there is no control line and there is no test line, and that's an invalid test. If you look at what we have for water, this is what a normal negative test should be. Even if it was blood and it's negative, it's going to give you exactly this. You're going to have this line at the far end, which is the control line. Actually, it's even indicated control line. And this is where the sample is supposed to be. So this is a negative. A positive test will have a line here. There will be a line somewhere here, but it doesn't. So our water is negative. If you look at our test here, for the same, this is the hospital based, we tested Azam, it's invalid. And when we tested using a home test kit, what's the name, this is HIV Sure, we got this one as positive. Let's have a quick conversation here. This one tested positive using a home test kit for HIV, and the same tested invalid using a hospital-based kit. Now, the best thing that we can do is also test the same using water. Now, because we tested water using a hospital-based kit, so the best thing that I can do is just go acquire a similar kit and then test water and see whether we're going to get anything conflicting, because this is positive now, but we're going to give an explanation. Just stick around. I'll go grab another kit, we test water, and then we see against this one whether it's going to be also either invalid, or it's going to be positive, or it's going to be negative. Just give you a minute, I'll come. So I went back to the pharmacy to buy this kit, and instead of buying only one, I bought two of them. And the reason for that is very simple. One, this was the objective, test the water to get a control test. But then I decided, why not test this again, so that if this was a fluke, we get to know. And then after the test, we're going to discuss what we're going to find, because my head is about to burst. We're going to have both of this, but then one of this is going to be tested with one kit, and this other one will be tested using this other kit here. So we don't need all the other supplies here that we have. Those ones, we don't need them. So the only thing that I'm left here with is a dropper, one for this one for this other guy here. So we start with the water. First of all, where's my phone? Because I want to give it the same time. So the last time we did 15 minutes, and this time we're also going to do 15 minutes each. So I have my timer there in standby. We have it there. And we have the energy drink here. So what I'm going to do, the same thing. Start with water. 1, 2, 3, 4 drops. Yeah, drop there. So we have that one there, and then we go back to this and we see whether we're going to get the same results. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we wait. Give ourselves time. So it's supposed to go for 15 minutes, and then from there we're going to read. So I'll just try to bring them closer to you so that you can see what's going on. And then I'm going to speed up the video so that you don't have to wait forever. So the test is over. We stopped the stopwatch and checked to see whether we got what we were thinking. Now the first thing here, this is water. Let me bring it closer for you to see. Let me cancel out of focus and put it in out of focus so that you can see. Look at it. So this one is water and it's totally negative. Similar to what we got. Let me get it. So this is what we got earlier on. So this is the hospital kit, still the same water. So it's going to be negative for both. But when it comes to our energy drink, you can see here, let me bring it closer. You can see a faint line. There's a faint line similar to what we got in the initial tests. So we have two faint lines. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to make it clear for you. Don't mind about my hands. There is something I was doing, so yeah, don't mind it. So we have both of them testing our energy drink here, turning out to be positive. So what's the explanation do we have for that one? In a nutshell, this is what happened. Yeah, I saw a video online, someone testing this same energy drink from Azam. There's an energy drink, tested it using HIV kit, turned out to be positive, so I decided to do it. Now, to have a control, I included water. So this is what happened. I bought a kit and also I bought hospital-based kit. This is a home test kit. Turns out this one was negative for home test kit and also for the hospital-based kit. This is the water, turned out to be negative. But when it comes to this, the first kit turned out to be positive based on how they describe it on their insert. So it's a faint line, it's not a strong one. So this one turned out to be positive for the first kit and also the second kit. The reason we did a second kit, this one, so that we get to have a good comparison. By now we are at par. Now, if you go to the insert of each and every kit, there must be an insert or a place where you're going to get extra information, or the back of the kit. This one here indicates very well what you're supposed to use. You can use whole blood, and you're going to just have 1 to 2 drops of blood, and inside the insert they say the same thing. Now, for the hospital-based kit, it doesn't actually come with an insert, but the bigger box that usually come with so many of these usually has an insert, and that insert is what carries the information that you're supposed to use whole blood. You can still use plasma. Now, let me tell you something very important about the laboratory. Sample type is very important, extremely important. And if you want to know the reason why, just go draw CSF, this is cerebrospinal fluid, and then get blood from the same person, and then centrifuge to get plasma. This is, you put it in a purple container, and then you centrifuge that, you get plasma. They look almost similar. Only a trained eye can tell the difference between them. Okay, CSF will be more clear, it look like exactly water, but then it will be cloudy for the plasma. But then when you test both for glucose, you're going to find that in the CSF you have higher level of glucose compared to the plasma. That's the same person. Every kit is very specific for the sample type it uses, and that's why, if you remember, during the COVID time in Tanzania, they were testing even the pow and they were turning to be positive for COVID. Does it mean that they were positive for COVID? No, it's the kit. It's very specific for the sample type it uses to make sure you don't get cross reaction. Read the back of the kit. It will tell you what you're supposed to use for that kit. Now, let's go to this one. Is there HIV in here? No. If you want to verify that there is no HIV here, just buy yours, take it to the laboratory. We have two very specific and very sensitive types of tests that can be used to tell whether there is HIV here. Go and get a PCR test for the same and an ELISA test for the same. It's going to be negative. And that's why you're usually advised when you're using a home test kit, anything whether positive or maybe you're not even sure, go to the hospital so that they get to give you or to test you using a more specific test, which is this one, that can tell the difference between this one. This one turns out to be positive. There is another one that look almost similar like this one, but it's fast response. It look for something else in HIV. So by the time you're getting out of the hospital, you are very, very sure whether you're positive or negative. So yeah, this is negative. That's our rumor mongering. But then there is something that we cannot ignore. He said that when you're taking those industrial foods, there is a chance that you'll end up maybe eating the bad foods. And I kind of agree in a way, because one, If you remember, not once, but severally, I'm sure you've heard that we have toxic sugar, which was confiscated by the DCI in Kenya, but then all of a sudden disappears from the warehouse. And it's in the circulation. So you're not sure whether that's what is circulating. So if you take your sugar, then you use it, it has mercury in it. That means that that's not safe for human consumption. Let me take you back. There was a time in Eastleigh, there was a shop that was having counterfeit products. So you can have a similar looking product, but it's a counterfeit. You're not sure whether it's actually a true product that you're using. It can be even something very contaminated. And also, if you remember, KEB said that you seeing a sticker on a product, it's not a guarantee that that is safe for human consumption, if I got them right. So there was something of the sort, and that's where it gets worrisome. That's why industrial food sometimes that can be risky, but trust me, at a company like this is food, this is water, it's for human consumption. It will take every measure possible to make sure that the food they're putting out there is safe for human consumption, because should they do something that harms human beings, yeah, they're good as dead. Anyway, I hope that was educative. It's a little bit long. I didn't expect it to extend, but hope you learned something. See you in the next video. Before you see you in the next video, make sure you're subscribed. I came to learn that 70% of you doesn't actually subscribe. I want you to be part of the team, because I have a surprise. There's something I'm planning, but then you'll know when you're subscribed, and you ring the bell so that you get to be notified every time I upload something as interesting as this. And also send me those things that you find there online that are confusing, and let's try to see if we can be able to debunk whether it's a myth or something that's actually true. See you in the next video. Now officially, see you.